Welcome back to An American Homestead, podcasting live from deep within the Ozark Mountains at an elevation of 2,200 feet. It is 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, and it's good to be back. We're back. We're back, honey. So, it's good to have you all here with us, hopefully tonight. This is our first time back on the podcast, and we're hoping it's going to be a good one. Not going to do a full show tonight. This is just kind of a test because hopefully most of you by now know that we got our fiber optics installed, and so we have high-speed internet again, and we can do reliable, better videos for you guys more often. And so yeah, just looking forward to this whole thing. Anyway, so again, this is just kind of a test. I want to get, a lot of the viewer feedback. It says we got a pretty good audience watching right now. We're not going to see the comments yet. I do have a comment. Let's just go ahead and look what I made here. Look at that. That's kind of cool, right?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well, see, you can see. Oh, there's Benjamin Turner. He's a mod. So we got the Wee Tree Bonsais here. That's cool. It's kind of small. I should probably try to get that bigger.
I can barely read it.
Okay, well, here.
Looking good.
There we go. How about
guys.
that? How about that? Looking good, guys. Scott Hutzler's in. Okay, Archie, how you doing? Ashley. Two Wild Onions Homestead. That's a really cool name for a homestead. Two Wild Onions Homestead.
Two wild onions, okay.
Two wild onions. Connie Tatamy. Mama Hubbard, follower of Yahuwah. Thanks, guys. So we're going to try to get some feedback. So what we tried to do is put together a show again, since we got our high-speed line in, and we're going to probably try to do this on Sunday nights, right?
Sunday night.
We were trying to figure out, because before we were doing on Saturday nights. And we didn't want to do it too early because I don't want to step on any toes, but I know that Deep South Homestead still does their podcast pretty reliably on Saturday nights. And if we moved ours up earlier, we'd step on their toes, and I don't want to do that. So
Saturday nights are hard anyway.
Yeah, because sometimes we're busy.
Yeah, sometimes we're out on Saturdays getting together with friends.
And
it's one of those, it's a down day for us. We keep the Sabbath on Saturday, and I always feel like, I don't know, I'm just relaxed, and then I can't get on here and be entertaining.
So, let's see, Zach, you don't need to put a chat in your stream. YouTube does it now. No, there's a lot of people who do that, who put their chat in their stream. So I don't know why they do that. I don't know. We're gonna play around with it, Wee Tree. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we couldn't go earlier because of Deep South Homestead, and you really didn't like the time slot of starting at 9:00.
No,
that was too late.
I'm like getting ready for bed at 9.
Yeah, so.
Even 8:00 is a push for me.
I don't think my ticker's working on here. Is the ticker working there? Oh, the ticker's working there. Okay, so we'll go back to that. Hopefully that's better.
Wow,
right.
That's like, we're really big now.
Because we have a ticker?
No, it's like we can
because we're
see
bigger.
ourselves so
all right.
clearly.
Well, we'll go back to the chat when we need to read the chat. So it's too late. So this is a good time. 8:00 Sunday nights. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. 8:00 Sunday nights. And I have my coffee. It's decaf. Just came off the stove, piping hot.
Yeah. So everyone should know that Zach is the technological expert, and I'm along for the ride.
All right. So how did I put all this together?
I don't know. Like, I'm just in shock looking at this big screen of both of us.
She's looking at the software. I'm using OBS, Open Broadcast Software, and it's free. It's a free software package. You can get it online, and it just takes a little bit of know-how to make it do what you want it to do.
I'm just not used to looking at myself on screen.
Well, did we not do that? Wasn't it that way before? Oh yeah, because normally we had that. Yeah, that's right. We never did this before.
And it was really, even if you had it up there, it was really small.
Yeah. Yeah. So I found some reishi mushrooms today. I did a video on that. People are really liking her cooking videos that she's doing. I got lots of feedback. I was telling her before the show, we got lots of feedback from people who are making the soups and sending me pictures and posting them on Facebook and tagging me, and I think tagging you too.
Yeah.
On Facebook, making the soups. And so that was fun. So what's the next soup you're going to make?
I think I'm going to try to do the Asian one.
Asian soup.
Which,
is this going to have...
I mean, come on. I don't know.
Is this going to have the green... Is it going to be curry or...
It's going to be the green curry one.
Okay, green curry. I don't like yellow curry.
But it's kind of like a Thai soup. But I feel like you can do it in different ways to make it. I love Chinese food. I love any kind of Asian food. And living way out here, even the town close to us, half an hour in, does not have any Asian restaurant whatsoever. So if you want to get Chinese food or any kind of Asian food, you have to go about an hour and 15, hour and a half.
Make it yourself.
Yeah. So, I kind of tweaked a recipe that I got from a friend.
I mean, an hour and a half if you have good traffic.
Yeah.
2 hours if it's normal traffic.
I really like this soup, and
it's really good.
Zach really likes it too. And I've made it into a rice, kind of like a rice casserole thing that could maybe pass for like some kind of an Asian rice dish.
But see, people, if they're going to like this, I mean, Asian food normally is kind of spicy anyway, right? So if
But
they're
you
going
don't
to like...
have to make it spicy. Like, it's really flavorful, even if it's not spicy.
The green curry is pretty spicy.
Yeah, but you don't have to put all of that green curry in. Don't you remember the rice I made that we took to potluck?
Yeah, okay.
Did you have any of it?
No.
Everyone loved it, and it was polished off. My dish was completely empty. Now, this was like a 10 by 14, big, huge, thick casserole dish, and it was completely gone. And I had people asking me for the recipe.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give this. It sounds weird, like, okay, so it's a soup, but it's just like anything else. You can make it into whatever.
Yeah, enough water, it's soup. Or stock.
Yeah, but it's really, and I don't know if I reiterated this in my videos about the soup. I mean, we had to call it something, and so Zach said we'll call it soup, but to me, it's not even, it's just soups and sauces and gravies and whatever you want to do with it,
right,
to make it into whatever.
Right.
So that's the point.
It's really, to me, if you add the curry the way you should add the curry, it's really spicy.
Yeah.
So it's a green, spicy curry.
Right.
And
But everybody can't handle the spicy.
Well,
like
they
you
need
can.
to learn to handle the spice. So where did we learn about this? We learned about this.
A woman who came out and camped with us in the fall heard that we liked, I think she was talking with you one day, she and her husband.
They're foodies.
And
we can relate. She
told you about it. And so then she came and asked me, and I said, oh yeah, teach me how you do that. It's probably a more involved kind of recipe that I will share. Like the other ones for soups, I haven't shared as much. Like I actually do measure for this recipe just because I know that all of the different flavors work together. And right. I'm not as experienced with this kind of soup to know like exactly how to dump like really I normally do. Yeah. So, I love it. Now, it's really good.
I thought she said it was more like a Cuban dish though. Mm-mm. I mean the green curry. No, it's not?
No, it's Thai.
Okay, it's Thai.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Asian soup is next on the list. What's after that? You said 4.
I think Italian. I didn't do Italian yet.
Italian soup.
We could probably also do a blended soup, but you need an immersion blender for that. So if people don't have that, it's kind of hard to make.
Well, I think a lot of people have those. When we did that video, the first video, we had lots of comments on the immersion blender and where do I get one? And I just said, Google it. I mean, the name brand, they wanted to know the name brand, and the name brand was KitchenAid, right?
KitchenAid,
yeah.
I guess, is probably the most well-known. I mean, it's like anything. You know, the kitchen products are like Cadillac versus, I don't know. Why am I using cars as an example? I don't know cars. Like, what's in a really expensive car?
Ferrari.
So what's like your really cheap car?
I don't know, a Ford.
Okay, so that could be like kitchen equipment too.
So a KitchenAid is like a Ferrari?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying that I feel like with blenders, there's like the Nutra, but I don't even know. I can't think of names of things.
The blender.
You know, I can't even read comments. People would be telling me, you know, like the state of the art, like wonderful blender everyone has that has like the best blender. What is that?
Let's go to the comments.
Like people have it for soup and all sorts of different things.
What is the?
Yes, the Vitamix. Thank you.
Vitamix. Okay,
See?
Vitamix. All right.
People know what I'm talking about, even when I can't name it. Okay, so anyway, like I feel like that's the best blender there is.
Okay.
All the way down to...
That's a Ferrari.
I don't know.
Is it made in Italy?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's made.
Anyway, so we have Asian soup coming up next, and then Italian soups coming up after that. And is that going to be it? Or are you going to do anything else? Are you going to move on to something else? I mean, you said four.
We can. Those are pretty much the 4 different styles of soup I make.
Okay.
I can't really think of anything else I do. Even though I make soup all the time, it's just a version of one of those 4.
Right. Okay. So, anyway, I like the spicy. I like the green curry soup.
Yeah.
The green curry. But see, I don't like is there anyone else out there, I don't know, who doesn't like curry? I mean, when someone says curry to me, I'm like, no. And, we're talking about Asian food, going out for Chinese. What's the one thing I order every single time I go to a Chinese restaurant? It's only one thing.
Chicken fried rice.
Chicken fried rice. What else is there? Chicken fried rice. I judge a restaurant on how well it can make chicken fried rice.
I alluded to this in the last video with the corn. Mm-hmm. You guys, I'm not making fun of Zach. He's just very particular.
I don't like corn.
He's very particular.
I like corn on the cob.
He's very particular.
I like roasted corn on the cob. That is awesome.
Chicken fried rice and only chicken fried rice. Asian food can only and ever be chicken fried rice.
That is Asian food. That's only Asian food I will eat. That's it. Chicken fried rice. So a lot of people are asking about the Thai sauce because, are you going to use fish sauce for this soup?
Yeah.
Okay, so people were saying, because some people out there don't eat pork products. And this, so a lot of times I guess it's made with oysters.
Well, they do sell oyster sauce, but the fish sauce, I buy the Thai Kitchen brand, and it's made with anchovies.
Anchovies.
Yeah.
You can buy it at Walmart. So that's what we use. Mm-hmm. And when I make chicken fried rice at home, because that's the only Asian food I eat, well, I guess I'm going to change that with your soup.
I mean, I never really had ever cooked.
She's made other Asian food. She's made stir fries. I eat that. I'll eat that.
Stir fry.
But when I go to a restaurant, the only Asian food I'll eat is chicken fried rice.
He went to a conference one time in California, and somebody fed him some, I think it was a lo mein kind of dish wrapped in romaine lettuce leaves. And the woman who fed it, because
the girl who gave that to me,
super hungry, and she shared her lunch with him. Like, that was really nice.
That was the girl who's going to interview you for her show. The Ha Kol Hala, whatever. I forget what her real name is now. She wants to interview you for her show. She has a show.
Victoria?
No, that's different. But it's a different girl, and she wants to interview you for a show. She was the one who told me about wrapped in lettuce leaf.
Okay, I don't remember.
And she gave me her lunch. Or she didn't eat it or whatever, so she gave it to me.
Okay.
And
well, regardless, you got the recipe from her, and she sent it home with you, or she messaged. I think she messaged me, maybe. Anyway, I realized that I had been missing out on using fish sauce in my Asian cooking. And I had never done that before, as well as lime juice and fish sauce. Like, honestly, like I had just thought there was only teriyaki sauce or soy sauce. Like that was but this opened up a whole new world of taste.
Yeah.
Makes a big, huge difference.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. I love fish sauce. So, it's anchovy. What else is going on? So tomorrow, I hooked the trailer up. I'm going to go get straw. I'll probably maybe do a video on that, short video. I'll probably put it on Patreon. Won't put it on YouTube. It won't be a long video. But there's this building, a gigantic building that has all these bundles of straw in it. And so we're going to go get 2 bundles. Each bundle holds 21 bales. And so you need a trailer to put it on. So we're going to do that tomorrow. What else do we got coming up? What else is going on?
Yeah. Same-o. What?
Tomorrow's New Year's. We don't really do New Year's.
Yeah.
We don't really celebrate it. It's just another work day. I mean, I know a lot of people around here even. They're like, okay, it's New Year's. You know, still got stuff to do on the farm. So
work never stops.
No. We have lambs that are about to come. A couple of our sheep look really big right now. I think all of them are pregnant. They're probably all getting ready to burst. But the 2 older females are probably going to drop twins this year because they're older. Last year was their first year, and so they dropped singles. And then we have 2 other new moms this year, and they'll probably drop singles. But the 2 older moms will drop probably doubles. So we're probably going to double our sheep herd in the next week or 2 here, coming up shortly. They're looking really ready to be done being pregnant, kind of waddling around out there. And so that's coming soon.
They're funny.
And then coming up, we got to go ahead and go get the bull back for our milk cow because the bull last time didn't do his duty. And so we learned later from a more experienced milk cow owner that for a new milk cow, you should have the bull on hand for at least 3 months. 3 months. Mm-hmm. Okay. Artificial insemination around here, they wanted to charge us like over $500 for that. And I was like, no way. And it's because they don't want to do it. I know there's places that are a lot cheaper. I can't find anyone around my area who wants to do it for cheap. So I'm not paying $500. I can go get a bull, take it off the owner's hands, feed it for 3 months, and get the job done right. So I have to go back and do that. We waited 9 months to figure out.
I think we waited 10.
Yeah. So
this is the end of 10 right now.
Yeah. So we waited too long. We just waited. It was a mess. So now that we know, we're going to keep the bull for 3 months, and hopefully that will work it out.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we're just figuring it out. Yeah, we're just learning. We've never done this before.
We don't know. We've never had a milk cow. So you're learning along with the rest of us. So now you know, because of our mistakes, that when you give a milk cow and it's a new milk cow, she's never been bred before, make sure you keep the bull for 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months.
I don't think that we've ever heard anyone doing it with a brand new.
No, we've never just bring the bull over. He stays for a month and goes home.
Yeah.
3 months. Anyway, so this podcast, the whole point of this podcast tonight is just to let people know, hey, listen, this is going to be our show. It's going to be Sunday nights, starting at 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern, and we're just kind of dealing with the format, trying to figure out OBS and seeing how this works out and, going from there. So a couple of announcements. One other announcement. We're going to be doing T-shirts. So I have 3 designs for T-shirts, okay? And they're going to be coming out in this next year. The first one is going to be starting in a few days. The sales are going to be starting in a few days, and I'm really excited about this. So I saw this online, this design. I'm like, oh, we could do that for an American Homestead. And the guy who owns Oxen, George Moss, contacted me. He told me he would do this design for me. And so he did the design and sent it over. And this is it right there. So it's a ram with an anti-aircraft gun on it. That is awesome.
Is that supposed to be you?
Well, yeah, it's me. It's got a guy with a beard on it. Can't you see the beard? It's not as long as my beard.
Yeah.
Maybe it was after, I trimmed my beard or something.
The bill of your hat looks like it's flipped up.
Because the ram is going so fast that my bill is like, woo! and so that is just awesome.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to be selling these shirts on the website starting in January. Coming up in a few days, they'll be on sale, and they will be affordable. They're not. We're getting these made locally. Some of our friends are making these shirts. An American Homestead on the front is our logo, an American Homestead, and then on the back is the Homestead Ram with the anti-aircraft gun. And why an anti-aircraft gun? I mean, what's up with that? I mean, well, remember, a few years ago there was that helicopter that flew over our house and scared us half to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
They were looking for drugs. We don't do drugs, so we were a new homestead in the area, and they were like, "Oh, we're flying over this area. We haven't seen these people before." And so it's middle of August when they had these heat sensors, and the helicopter was loaded down with guys with machine guns, and I just was kind of ticked off about that they hovered. I mean, they were 50 feet over the house, and they were looking at our greenhouse because they figured, well, these guys are growing pot in the greenhouse. We don't grow pot. And but they were checking us out.
Yeah.
And scared her half to death. And the boys were like, what's going on? And I was out there by the
Caleb
garden.
was too little. I don't even think Caleb remembers. He was probably like
Josh,
2.
Josh remembers because he went out the back door here and looked up, and the helicopter was right over him.
He was outside pumping water for me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was pumping water. Yeah. So he saw it all. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe what was going on. I was in the house. I think I was in the bathroom. And just this huge noise. And I'm come running out the back door. And as I stepped out the back door, no joke, it was hovering over the back door right there.
Oh, yeah, you were the one out the back door, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was crazy. So anyway, not that we would shoot down a law enforcement helicopter of any sort. No, we wouldn't do that. But it's just kind of a funny funny image. And so I saw that online or something that looked like it, and I was like, oh, we got to do that for American Homestead.
Do you plan on doing women's T-shirts?
Well, we can do women's size. We can do whatever. We'll have different sizes.
Oh, women's? Really? I would never. I'm sorry, you guys, but I'm just...
You wouldn't wear a machine gun?
I'm just being real. I would never wear that ever.
You wouldn't wear a machine gun on top of a sheep? Why? I mean, that's so cool.
No. Sorry.
We'll make one with flowers. Flowers. What do you want on your shirt?
Flowers and little scrolly designs and
flowers and scrolly designs.
Beautiful things.
We'll come up with something. So, anyway, those go on sale this week.
I know that some women would probably like to wear that, but that's not me.
We have another shirt design that was designed by Base Elements Gear. They sent over the graphics for that. We're going to have that come out. But before that, there was another one I designed. It was a picture of a raccoon with his fist raised in the air, like the whole thing about Black Power or whatever, and they put their fist up in the air. Well, this is a raccoon. He's doing that. He's like raccoon power, and it's going to be on the back. It's going to say Homestead Relocation Program, because there's people out there who do homesteading channels, right? And when they catch a raccoon killing their chickens or destroying their crops, like corn or something like that, they actually catch the raccoon and then try to relocate it. We don't relocate raccoons. If I catch a raccoon, the relocation program that exists on the homestead is the relocation of the bullet out of the gun into the raccoon. And that's how we get rid of the raccoons. And so it's going to be a raccoon holding up his hand, fist like this, and it's got, the title is the Homestead Relocation Program. So that's where it's going to be. That's going to be next. You wouldn't wear that shirt?
No.
That would be an awesome shirt.
Not that I don't believe in what you're doing.
I know.
I am fully 100% supportive. He knows I'm picky about what I wear.
Yeah, she's very picky. She likes flowers and flourishes and stuff like that. Girly stuff. I can make it girly. You put flourishes around the raccoon. Okay. All right, so not going to be a long show tonight. We've done about a half hour. Let's go to the chat room and see what everyone's saying and doing there. I had the pop out chat. Okay, guys. Let's see what we got here. Ask me your questions. We'll do questions for a little bit. Flounder 3000 says, what happened to the aquaponics project? It's kind of on hold at this point. So what we're going to do with the aquaponics at some point, hopefully this winter, I'm going to go out there and finish dismantling part of the inside of the greenhouse, which is the aquaponics system. I've already taken some of it apart. It's all shut off right now. And I'm going to take it down to a fourth of what it was. So we'll have one system running. There used to be 4 systems running. I'll take one system, keep it going, and then the rest will be used for planting different things inside the greenhouse. The problem with aquaponics is it uses way too much water. You have a lot of water that goes through the system. The water is constantly moving. It's evaporating, and we were filling about 200. We were basically replacing 250 gallons a week into the system, all 4 systems, and 250 gallons total per week. For the whole thing, and it was just too much. I was losing too much water, and guys, we don't have water here. We have well water and we have rain catchment, and it was just taking all of our tanks and all the water. So I said, you know what, we're just going to stop it. We did it for a few years. It worked really good. The Peppers did the best in it. She was never really big into the aquaponics. I think I thought it worked great for a number of different veggies, but peppers were the best. Cucumbers came in a close second, although the aphids really had their way with them sometimes. But yeah, so anyway, that's the deal with the aquaponics. Well, we'll bring it back, but it'll be a quarter of the size it was when it does come back. What's the next question? I like Jamie's t-shirt idea. Mel says that. Beth says, oh, it's so good to have you back. We're back. We have fiber optics now. Woohoo! What seeds are available on the website? Mama Hubbard wants to know. We have the achicha, we have the popolo, we have the sugarcane seeds, we have, or sorghum seeds, whatever you call them. But they're big sorghum. I mean, they're thick stalks. And then we have, what is it? Sugarcane, popolo, achicha. There's like 5 different seeds on there. You can go check them out. But that's where they're on the website, on the store. You getting tired?
I'm okay.
Okay. Want some coffee? It's decaf. AI on YouTube patrols the chats now. We Tree Bonsai. Okay, well that's good. That's good.
There's fair warning that we're getting from WeTree.
What?
To tame what we're saying about the raccoon, I think.
Oh, really? We can't talk about the raccoon? Killing the raccoon?
Your enthusiasm will get us in trouble, I think.
It often does.
He's saying.
It often gets me in trouble. I got in trouble on YouTube the other day for something I did. They sent me a warning letter. It was on the other channel though. It wasn't this one. Did you hear Facebook gave a 24-hour ban to Franklin Graham the other day for a 2016 post on something, for a post that was 2 years old.
Wow.
Anyway, but they apologized to him afterwards. The Texas boys got yanked last week, We Tree Bonsai, so somebody else got booted off YouTube again. So you can't talk about guns, killing, etc. will get you yanked. Gun talk. Well, I mean, what about all these gun channels that are on YouTube? I don't know. Here's the deal, guys. We're looking for alternatives. All right. I'm looking at DTube. I tested DTube this week. Once we got the fiber optics, we can explore different options. And so we're looking at different options. So I'm looking at DTube. I uploaded it. Worked pretty good. And I don't know. At some point, we're going to have to look for a different option. But we're going to do all different avenues until that point comes. Mm-hmm. Until that happens. So now that we have, it says no, they just deleted the show midstream. Wow. I guess there's people watching. It seems like you have decent roof space on your laundry building. Why not put some solar and get a washing machine? So you want to talk about the washing machine?
Yeah. Yeah. So I've reviewed, Zach and I have talked about a lot of different things over the years.
Lots of different things.
To try to figure it out. What it's always come down to is water pressure. Really? I mean, we can get more solar, and that has always kind of been in the long-term plan, but the water pressure is requiring pumps, and I always say I am not like a technical person, so I have trouble describing the problems, and that's kind of Zach's arena more than mine. But my thing is that anything that we do, I want to be something that can be used year round. And if we put a washing machine outside, it kind of negates the really cold time of the year, because if the water gets frozen in the lines of a washing machine, I mean, we couldn't be able to use it anyway. Plus the damage that would do on a washing machine for any length of time. Somebody says a bicycle operated washing machine. Yeah. Any of these things are things that look cool. You guys, I'm just going to say it how I think it. And if that gets me in trouble, okay.
We're going to get banned.
I mean, they look really cool and you think, oh, wow, that's so cool. You know, I could do that or whatever. But the reality is anybody who wants to use this on a long-term basis wants to push the button, have it wash their clothes, come back and get it out. There are a lot of different off-grid. Thank you, WeTree. I appreciate that because, you know, anything that you can do anything for a short amount of time. And I feel that 6 years washing clothes by hand is a very long amount of time. But the thing is that my mom is getting older and I want to do other things with my time. So we're looking into other alternatives, but I want it to be inside. And so I'm thinking that we have a workable plan. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm thinking that we will be able to hook a hose up to our pitcher pump, use the pitcher pump to fill the machine with the hose. Mm-hmm. Right. That's kind of a working model right now.
So basically, whenever you want to wash clothes, you put the clothes in, you pump the pitcher pump, and it fills up the washer when the hose is attached. And then when you're done, you take the hose off, you cap it, and...
So in reality, you're filling it for wash, and then you're filling it for the rinse, which I really don't think would be that time-consuming. Mm-mm. Because the pitcher pump pumps a lot of water very quickly.
Someone says, I'm glad you're back from Patreon. We're still on Patreon, guys. We're on Patreon. That's how people can support our channel. So if you want to support our channel, you like what we do, you want to see more from us, go to patreon.com and support us. You can do it for as little as $1 a month. And we're doing giveaways all the time. Even people who are $1 a month patrons are eligible for some of the giveaways. Obviously, the higher levels are eligible for more giveaways, and you have more perks. We give away some of our... smoked salt. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. Smoked.
Wow. You can't read that label at all.
No, I can't. Smoked salt. We have tons of this in stock right now. Maple.
But that's not our jar anymore.
Well, no, it'll come in a different jar. But it's a different jar than this one is. But it's smoked salt maple flavor. I mean, it smells sweet, a little bit sweet when you smell it. It's really good. So some of our upper level patrons get some of that sent to them. So, I mean, if you want to support us, we're still on Patreon. We're always going to be on Patreon. In fact, tomorrow, or sometime tomorrow, I'm uploading a video just for the patrons. So we got different videos, also some additional videos just for the patrons. So if you want to have access to those, go ahead and support us over there. We'd really appreciate it. So we are on Patreon. Hey, Big Bear Homestead, saw you on there, and good to see you again. Lots of names I'm seeing familiar on here. Farm Alarm, good to see you, buddy. And the Low Cash Homestead, I like that name too. That's cool. So back to the washing machines. There's lots of options, but that's the thing about the Liverio. You looked at other ones and tried other things, and so far that was the best one. Even though it had some improvements you suggested. Yeah. But so far, I mean, you're still using it. I mean, is it over there right now even?
I'm still using it. Yeah.
So, I mean,
I like what Old Kentucky Homestead says right here. I like, I'm guessing it's a woman. I've been without a dryer for 2.5 years with 4 very small kids, 2 adults. Hanging laundry isn't the problem.
It's the hand washing.
It's the hand washing. Like, I completely agree. Now, like I said, I've been doing it for 6 years, so it is possible. It is definitely possible, and it's very doable. I mean, I washed cloth diapers exclusively, so I know it's doable. The issue is that, what is the issue? That I want to do other things with my time. That's the issue.
Right.
And
let's talk about that for a second.
Doing chores all the time, yes, you can do that. But my attention is split so much of the time.
She wants to do more writing, and she is an excellent writer. And so people have come to her asking her to write articles for their publications, and she wants to do more of that. And she wants to do more videos. She wants to do more videos on homeschooling, more videos on cooking, things like that. Well, she's got to decrease time in other places to be able to do those things. And so we're trying to figure, okay, how can we decrease time? Getting a solar-powered washing machine is going to help that. So we're gonna get a washing machine. We're gonna solar power it.
I think too, like, I really, in the last year since we did the podcast, I've been also doing a lot. Yeah, and my mom too. I've been doing kind of a lot of soul searching and trying to whittle down what I really truly believe is important to me, because I think that in order to live a truly inspirational life, to be an inspiration to others as well as my children, and to have the best joyful attitude for my family, I have to do those things that give me the most delight. And what I mean by that is to do the things that I know will benefit my family, not only and increase my joyful attitude so that I can serve my family better. And I've noticed, since I've been trying to do that in the last year, that everything goes more smoothly. And I think that could be said for anything. You have to figure out what it is that you can let go in order to do the things that are more important to you. Mm-hmm. And so if there's a way to do the laundry and make that easier, yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to figure that out.
Connie Tatamy and Mel Amos just said that they love the smoked salt.
Yeah?
Yeah, they bought. Cool. So, I mean, this stuff is great. I like it on eggs in the morning. It just adds a smoke flavor to whatever you put it on. It's really good stuff. So, go ahead and check that out if you want to. Or become, an upper level patron. We'll send you some. All right. Let's see. What else? There was something about, did you see the question about the homeschooling? And what's the name of that?
No.
What's the name of the woman who does the homeschooling, or the Mason, whatever?
Oh, my Charlotte Mason role model.
Jamie, do you have any blog posts or info on getting started on Charlotte Mason?
Well, we did do that short series of videos. I think, was it 2 videos?
Yeah, we've done a few videos on homeschooling.
Okay.
Talking about Charlotte Mason.
And I put a whole string of links in that video about where I find my books. I think was that video where I find my books. Mm-hmm. There was a whole string of links, and so I really suggest just going through those links. I did not put any links in that video that I feel were superfluous. I feel like all of those links were very excellent ones to start with, and ones that I gleaned a lot of information from when I was beginning. So I would definitely look at those links. And if you are really, really, really wanting to do more of the just reading, Charlotte Mason advocated a lot of reading for learning, and so using what she called living books. And I feel like that is the foundation of how to begin, is to just read with your kids. And so I would say go to the Read Aloud Revival website, readaloudrevival.com. And Sarah McKenzie is my
She says, yes,
hero.
Saw the two videos, just not sure exactly how to get started.
Yeah. Okay. I would say go to YouTube and search for Simply Charlotte Mason. My other guru that I really love besides Sarah McKenzie at the Read Aloud Revival is Sonia Schaefer, and she runs Simply Charlotte Mason, and I use a lot of her resources in our homeschool. She has done an excellent job, and I just found them recently. I've gone through her whole set of videos, but she does an excellent job of laying out how to begin a Charlotte Mason education if you're brand new and don't know what to do. So go and find her, Simply Charlotte Mason, on YouTube, and look for her set of videos on how to get started with Charlotte Mason. She really lays out step by step, and I wish she had done that before I started, because it would have been a lot simpler. But I love it. It's really good. So go watch those.
Mama Bear wants to know, any tips for Japanese beetles? Yes, napalm. Hey, it works. I'm just kidding. So what you need are lots and lots and lots of traps. So last year we set up like 3 or 4 traps on the homestead. 2 of them in the garden area where the Japanese beetles were definitely hitting the hardest. And you can find those traps where it's like a little bag, and it's got a little scent thing, and they just hit the top of the bag and they fall down in it. I had to empty my bags like 2 or 3 times during the summer. I think 3 times during the summer. So you'll get a lot of those. But then also for your long-term strategy on defeating Japanese beetles is what you want to do is try to find this stuff called milky spore. It's a bacteria. It's completely natural. It's actually like a disease that you put into the ground, and it only affects Japanese beetles. It doesn't affect worms. It doesn't affect honeybees. It doesn't affect any other insects. It attacks the Japanese beetles and their larvae. And so what it is when the larvae are going through the ground and they're chewing on the roots, when they encounter this bacteria, this spore, this milky spore that you put into the ground, they eat it and then they die. Okay, and then when they die, it actually increases the milky spore and helps the milky spore spread throughout your garden. So it's effective for over up to 10 years, they say. So up to 10 years, it's effective. So you put this down. I put it down in 2 applications, once in the fall, once in the spring. I put it down as heavy as I could, as heavy as you can afford, and that will really cut down. It's supposed to. It takes a couple of years for it to really kick in, but once it kicks in, it'll last for like 10 years. And then while you're doing that, you do the traps. Put up like 3 or 4 traps, as many as you can, and that will really help get those Japanese beetles down too. So it really helps mitigate the effects. But napalm, works good too. Okay, so all right. Have you ever considered getting into welding? This will be the last question for the night. Really, we can't do welding because most welding today requires electricity. And we don't have an arc welder. I don't have the power to power an arc welder. And so welding, as much welding as we can do, is going to be blacksmithing. Now, one of the people who are on this, Josh and Melissa Almas, one of these days I'm going to convince them they need to move down here. He is a pretty good blacksmith. He came here for our camp out, and he taught the kids and he taught some of the adults some tips on blacksmithing. And since then, we have gotten my oldest son a blacksmith forge, and he's really excited about that, working on that and doing some projects here and there. It's kind of cold to be out there right now, so it's not. He doesn't spend a lot of time on it. So that's about as much welding as you can get into off grid. On grid, you have a whole world of opportunities that open up to you on welding, and I would love to be able to do it. It's hard to find a good welder around here, so I wish I could learn it and do some things with it, but blacksmithing is going to have to be about what we can do here. So, all right, guys. Hey, listen, we were just trying to do this video tonight. We ended up going almost an hour, but I wanted to just see how this worked and play with the OBS software and just see how getting back into this groove was going to be. And so far, it seems like one thing I want to ask real quick is there any lagging on our voice and video? Is there any voice to video lag? If you could put a comment and let me know if that was, if that's been an issue at all or not. No lag here. Okay, good. Okay, perfect in sync. No lagging. All right, excellent. Excellent. So that was one of the big questions I wanted to see and see if that was an issue. Great. All right, guys. Well, we are going to end the show. We'll be back next Sunday, 8 Central, 9 Eastern, Sunday nights. Sound good? We'll have a full show, news articles, and other topics to discuss when we come back. So, all right, guys. See you next time in the homestead. Bye.